All right, what's going on YouTube? Galactic coming at you here with a brand new video. This is one I know I am behind on, so I apologize for the delay here. But a couple weeks ago, I started a two-part video series with my LeBron James personal collection, right? So you had part one, which was going to focus all on Cavs stuff. It was going to focus on like the Cavs, which is obviously going to entail all my rookie stuff, the autographs, those sorts of things. I had a couple Heat cards, just different things of LeBron, right? My refractor rookie PSA 9, the Chrome rookies, Bowman, it was mostly rookie based, but just some cool LeBron cap stuff. And then the second part, which was this. So I will drop a link to part number one down below so you can see the Cavs video. But essentially, this is my LeBron Lakers collection. I started this when LeBron, as soon as LeBron ended up as a Laker, I was like, this is a wonderful spot for LeBron. Lakers are obviously one of the better markets for cards, especially for basketball. I mean, you're talking about like the basketball mecca. It's obviously the biggest in the United States, and the Lakers, I mean, just Showtime in LA. I mean, this was perfect. So I just thought if LeBron ever wins in LA, it would be a game changer for his cards. So that was one of the reasons I was so high on it. And you'll see a lot of what I've kind of picked up in, you'll see everything I picked up in here. Well, most of it. But one of the things I really focused on was his like first cards, right? So I remember when the Jordan first year finest card spiked, and like the Jordan first autograph stuff spiked, and I always remember, like, anytime somebody has a first, that's always what people want later. You can see it now with Prism basketball. Everybody wants the first year Prism basketball, 2012-13 Prism basketball, and first year Optic 2016, and first year Prism baseball 2012, right? Like those firsts just do so well long term. So I believe last year in order, it was like Absolute, Revolution, and then Optic in terms of him in a Lakers jersey. Prism did not have him in a Lakers jersey. It was him doing the layup in the Cavs, his Cavs uniform. So my whole thought was the Optic card will be LeBron's first big Lakers card, right? It's not going to be Select. It's not going to be Prism. Those aren't going to have it. It's going to be Optic. It'll be the first big one. Revolution's cool and Absolute's cool, and I have some nice stuff of those. But my key focus was getting stuff of Optic. And I'll share a story here as I get to it in this pile. But it was one of my best purchases ever, was buying one particular card, and I bought a lot of it. And I'll show you that. So, yeah, I think these are great things long term, great investments long term. I feel like if LeBron ever wins in LA, it will change. I mean, it will continue to increase his prices. I just think he's one of the safest, if not the safest, investment in cards. Besides doing something horrific, I just don't see any way LeBron goes down. He's already got multiple titles with two different teams. I mean, heck, he won in Cleveland. Hasn't had autograph stuff in a long time, so I think his autograph stuff is pretty good. Obviously, you won't see any of those here. But I think his Lakers stuff has a lot of potential if he ever wins. They definitely had a shot this year. We'll see how the year finishes if it does. But yeah, I feel pretty strong on these. But with that being said, there's a good possibility that some of these in this video will be moved in the foreseeable future, and I'll explain why as I get to them. So, without further ado, you won't see everything of my LeBron in here. I will tell you that now. I was going through here, and I found like an Optic Pink Velocity from this year, and I know I have a Blue Velocity, a Hollow, and like a couple other cards from this year's Optic that are sitting at the shop because I saw them this morning. So you won't see everything, but this is going to give you a good idea of what I have, knowing there's more here, there's more at PSA, right? It's kind of everywhere. I'm not super organized with all the inventory we currently have, but this will give you a good idea of what I've got. So Fantasy Stars, Hollow, LeBron. See if I get that to focus. There we go. It's like, I wonder why it's not focusing. This is first year Revolution, Supernova. Then you got Hoops from this year, Contenders from this year, Contenders from this year, Vortex from this year's Revolution, My House Hollow from this year. And you got this year's Optic Base. Nice little action shot against his former team, Cavs. And you got another My House. This one's just the base. I have a bunch of these. I probably have 40 of these scattered everywhere. Then you got this. Is one of my favorite LeBron cards made. Not this particular card, just this design. The fadeaway over Jamal Murray. Just great shot with those threads. Another one. Got this year's Select Premier. Yeah, Premier level. You got Donruss Complete Players. A couple more Optic My House LeBron. And you've got a Fantasy Stars LeBron. I don't know why I'm saying LeBron. It's obviously all LeBron. I do that with my PSA videos where I'm like, yeah, this is a PSA 10, PSA 8, PSA 10. Like I would say Beckett 10 or something like that in the video. Another Optic Base. Couple certified gold teams from this year. I think this is Father's Day or Black Friday from last year. Yeah, last year's Black Friday. So this would have actually been one of his first cards. That's not last year. I'm sorry. That's 2 years ago. That's 18. So this was still one of his first cards in a Lakers uniform. Because that's right around the time Optic comes out, I believe. This is from like the box set from this year's Optic. Like 3 of those, I think. A couple Concourse Select Base from this year. Shockwave from this year. Revolution Base from this year. Nice tricolor from this year. This is pretty cool. But LeBron Fantasy Stars. This isn't gold. It looks gold. But it's like orange or bronze. 12 of 39. So still pretty low numbered. Not gold, obviously. But good looking card. Then you have first year Origins, I think. Or is this year? No, this is this year. So this is 1920 Origins out of 99. I actually own 3 of this card. So I'm a little confused on where the other one is, or the other 2 are, but there's one of them. Then you got a Kaboom Lebron. Should probably look and see if this is gradable. I don't know off the top hand, but good looking insert. I love Kabooms. Then you have first year Optic. This is 1819 Optic Heart. This is a disco refractor from Fast Break. Then you have this year's Optic Pink Velocity, numbered out of 79. Oops. Numbered out of 79. Oh, here's another one of the Origins. There's 5 out of 99 on that one. And then this year's Absolute Orange Parallel, 64 of 75. Now, as you guys can see, the little PSA here, got a new mat. This will be used likely later when I film videos from a different spot where there's more room for this mat, because I've got like some like writing and stuff down below here. But anyways, continuing on, this is first year Optic 1819 Heart. This is the hollow. It's a PSA 10, Gem Mint 10. Then you've got Optic Preview Contenders PSA 9. Good looking card. Revolution Liftoff Gem Mint 10. Thought this was a cool design. 1819. For some reason, I thought that was this year's. Then you have a first year Revolution Vortex PSA 9. Then you have another Vortex PSA 9. Then you have a first year Revolution Astro PSA 10. Astro's not numbered, but good looking card. Then you have a Groove PSA 10. And then these are from the National from this past year. So you've got Pink Velocity out of 50. That's the bubble. PSA 9. Then you've got, let me see if I can focus that a little better. There we go. Purple, PSA 8. I'll probably crack this at a 99. Right? And then a laser as a 10. These are supposed to be short printed to 99. So, then you've got Contenders Optic from first year. Hall of Fame Contenders, Blue Ice, PSA 9. I always thought these should be numbered. They're not, but seems like a card that you'd see at like 99 or, 75 or 49, something like that. I just kind of figured that would be numbered. Never was, but same set, or same year, just different insert. Front row seat, LeBron Blue Ice, Min Gem, but still cool. Again, surprised it's not numbered, but great action shot. I love the blue border with the purple thread, the purple Lakers threads. So thought that was a really nice looking card, but graded that myself. All right, so we've got a couple left here. What I'll do is I'll probably go to these, and then we'll save these. These are probably some of my better ones that are from the first year. Then you're going to have Prism Rainbow back there, and then some other stuff right here. All right, so this is Noir Split Screen, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, 3 of 9, which is Dwayne Wade's jersey number. Thought this was cool. LeBron Lakers threads, Wade in his Heat gear. They were former teammates. It's Wade's jersey number. Thought it was kind of cool. First year for Noir. Not first year for Noir ever. I just mean first year LeBron was in a Lakers jersey in threads. I'm just big on the first year stuff. So, cool little insert there, but you can see 3 of 9 from that. That was actually a hit in my shop. Then you have a LeBron Impeccable base, 26 of 49. I think the base is out of 49 this year, and I don't know if it's out of 99. I thought it was 49. Or I thought it was out of 99, but I'm not sure. So, either way, good looking card. Then you have a LeBron Immaculate, Remarkable, game used jersey, 33 out of 49. Like the yellow jersey. Would prefer yellow or purple over white, so that was nice. Then you have a LeBron Cornerstones downtown insert. Nice little dunk card. Not as big of a fan of this set as much. The back, I think I like the Kaboom a little more. I wish the background right here, I mean, you can see it kind of glowing. I wish the background was glowing a little bit more. Let's see if I can get it to focus any better. But still a good looking card. And then, which I believe is this Absolute card. This is, I believe this is his actual first Lakers card ever made. It was an Absolute last year. You got you got 2 encased cards, like these box toppers, 1 in each, like mini box in the box. So I think that's where he was first debuted in the Lakers threads, but this is actually the parallel. This is 5 of 7. You can see that right there. 5 of 7. So a nice low-numbered parallel of LeBron. Obviously, big fan of the low-numbered stuff. All right, so do the Prism Rainbow at the end because I know so many people have kind of followed my journey in that. So I will work on some of the bigger stuff. So let's go like that. Yeah, let's go like this. All right, so this is going to be first year of Optic. This will all be first year cards, so everything 18-19. So these are going to be either Optic or Revolution, which are the first 2 of the first 3 products LeBron ever had Lakers cards in. So this is the All Heart Green LeBron. I actually bought this on eBay. It's numbered 5 of 5, and it's a BGS 9.5 True Gem Plus with 3 9.5s and a 10. So nice card there. I think I paid $300 for this raw a long time ago. I think it was like $3 or $320. But 5 of 5 LeBron All Heart. Then you have a LeBron Cubic True Gem. So Cubic's numbered out of 50. 10 of 50 LeBron. Cubic Looks good. True gem. Very nice. Definitely can't complain. Probably my most, it's up there. These next couple, I mean, not necessarily this one, but this one and the bottom two are probably my most expensive, and this is kind of why I've been debating selling these. So this would be tough to move, but I just know it would bring a premium right now. So you have LeBron, first ever Lakers Galactic, 9.5 True Gem Plus. I paid $1,118 for this just over a year ago. It was like March of 19, I believe. I think it was March of 19. It was off Probstein on auction. And I sent it in to get graded, and it got this grade. And a PSA 10 sold about a month ago for $7,800, I think. It was about $7,800. So LeBron stuff just goes up every day. So I'm torn. I'm really torn. I don't really want to sell, but in the same breath, like, these have gone up tremendously in the last 4 months. So it's a really tough decision. But obviously Galactic, good looking back. True Gem Plus. I mean, this is the one I'm torn on the most. This is probably my favorite, but just an incredible card overall. So big fan of that guy. Then you've got some Optic. You've got Pink Velocity, 9.5 True Gem, at a 79. I probably paid pretty close to that for it when I got it at one point in time. Probably worth a little bit more than that at this point. But again, I was really big on Optic. So I actually owned a checkerboard, some hollows, and a few others. Ended up selling them just because I was making money on them at the time, thinking, I was like, wow, these are really hot. I'll keep these because I don't have anything in them. But I was like, yeah, I'll sell the other ones, and kind of wish I still had them. But nice Pink Velocity. And then this is probably going to be one of my, if not my best card purchase ever. So when these first came out, I'll just show you these just so you can get an idea. They are Purple Stars Lebrons. I own 2 of them. There's a PSA 10 right there. And there's a 9.5 True Gem Plus right there. These are out of 13. I have 10 and 9. So when these first came out, I remember reading a thread on Blowout that talked about how the purple refractor of LeBron will do really long term. Someone said they thought it was going to do well long term because it was purple and that was Lakers colors. So if you had a purple parallel with a gold jersey, it would just look good aesthetically. And I was like, you know what? That makes total sense. Like, I'm very big on aesthetic cards with, like, jersey matches the border of the card, like green refractor and a green jersey. Like, I think that stuff does pretty well. And so I saw these and I was like, I think these are worth buying. So I ended up buying 3 of them at auction, and the most I ever paid for one was $411. So I paid $411, I want to say like $320, and right around $300. I could have bought another one for like $360, but I was like, man, I already own 3 of them. I don't want to buy any more. Because there's only 13 of them. My whole goal was to just get as many as I could, and then times were different then. You never know what finances are like, and I remember not pulling the trigger. And then I did a group sub for someone, so I sent in these to get graded. I ended up getting 2 of them as 9.5s, and one of them, or like all 3 9.5'd, or 2 9.5s, and one got a 9. And I think I might have cracked the 9 and got a 10 on it at a PSA. I don't remember 100%. But anyways, I did a group sub, and when I got mine back, there was also another one in there I subbed for someone else at the time, and it got a 9.5. It was this one right here. And I was like, hey, I already have 3 of them. Would you sell this? And he's like, I don't really want to, unless you pay me like $1,100 for it. Now, mind you, I'd only paid $11 or $20 or whatever for one of them at the time. So I was like, that's almost 3 times what I had ever paid for one. But I was like, if I get that, I would own 4 of the 13. It's like, you got to assume some are going to be in boxes because people will keep that wax. So I was like, how many are realistically out there? 8, 9, maybe 10? I was like, I might own half the market. So I bought it. So I had, when I was all said and done with grading and the 4 cards, I had about $2,200 in them. And then last summer, before the National, I listed one. And I ended up selling it for almost north of 25. And then I sold another one of the same guy like 3 weeks later for right around the same price. So I ended up having no money in either of these, and basically I was up a decent amount of money at the time. So I was like, well, I might as well just hold on to them and see how they do. And if you follow the LeBron market at all, obviously you know that these are probably pretty good right now. Just to put some perspective in this, a Black Velocity, which is out of 39 of the same card. So it's kind of going to be right in between these. Like this is a Pink Velocity at a 79. Black Velocity should be at a 39. These are at a 13. A PSA 10 sold for $5,800 3 weeks ago. If I had to guess, I think the PSA 10 would do about $7,000, and I think the 9.5 would do about $6,200. Maybe $6,000. But I don't know. This is where I'm torn. I'm not sure if I, really want to sell them at this point. I really, really like collecting LeBron. I just think he's so safe. I think he has a real shot to win in LA. I grew up in Ohio, so I've enjoyed watching LeBron play. I'm really torn. So I've collected these for a while. Obviously had these ones since they came out. But with the recent market spike, knowing that, these cards right here, these 3 alone are, pretty solid in terms of return on investment. It's really hard not to consider, cashing in on them. So probably my 3 favorites right here, just because they're, the first year Lakers stuff for LeBron, and I got them, and I just one of those things. When it comes to fruition, you just makes you you'll feel good about it. When I was in this, if you're in this hobby long enough, you'll pick up somebody and it doesn't work out, right? It happens all the time. You'll buy someone and it just does not work out like you had hoped it would. Darnold's probably my best example of that. While I definitely made money on Darnold, and I was buy low, sell high. I didn't sell everything high enough, so I'm sure I'll miss out on some money there. But if you're in this hobby long enough, and if your only intention is to make money, please know mine is not. I do enjoy collecting. But if your only intention is to make money, you'll definitely have some things that don't always go your way. So to be able to find these and be like, you know what, I think these are going to be good, and then they actually be good, that's just kind of a cool feeling. It just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I enjoy it. Enjoy buying something low and just, knowing later that it's appreciated a decent amount. And you'd be like, you know what, I actually feel good that I was right on predicting that these would be good. So yeah, just kind of something that I think is a fun little part of this hobby. Last but not least, for those that have followed along, LeBron Prism Rainbow. So I started this right when Prism came out. My thought process was very similar to Optic. Optic was first year Lakers, big card. But Prism, Prism is the brand for basketball. Optic is not. Optic's close, and it's nice that it's first year, but Prism is the brand everyone wants. This was a great shot of LeBron, and, bringing up the ball. I was like, it's the full card. I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I've got the resources to do it. I've got some cool stuff to trade if I need to. I'm going to go for the rainbow. I've said from the start, I'm not going to get the Mojo or the gold and the 101. I'll never be able to afford those, and I don't ever plan on seeing the gold. So I'm going to try to go for everything minus that. I don't plan on getting everything now at this point because I still need like the out of 35, the out of 42, a couple different ones. But I'm going to get pretty close. So this is what I've got up to this point. Some of these there are some ones at grading right now. Nothing major though. But here is a sample. I found some of these when sorting at the shop. I bet I have 15 of these, 20 of these. Just the base. I think they're cool. Grade them, PSA 10 them, sit on them for a little while. I think that has some potential long term. And you've got 2 pink ice. There's 1 and 2. Those are not numbered. Then you got the orange ice Lebron. This is one of my favorites. I like the red ice a lot. I think that's pretty cool. Then you got a hyper. Then you've got a red 129 out of 299 red refractor. Then you have a purple ice out of 149. I actually got that in a trade. Then you have a blue ice refractor out of 99. Again, another base. Then you've got a red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue. Then you have a ruby wave, not numbered. And then you have a purple wave, which is not numbered. So nice little stack of unnumbered and ungraded Lebron. And then we've got the graded part of the rainbow. So I own 2 silvers. You have a true gem, and then you have a min gem with a 10 subgrade. So 9, 9.5, 9.5, 10, and obviously true gem. I really debated selling these when I got them. I think they were about $250 at the time as 9.5s. I was like, makes too much sense not to sell them, and then just never got around to it. And I think they do, what, $400, $350 raw now. I honestly haven't looked in a while. I just haven't really kept up with the silvers, but nice to have those. And then I had this one I graded myself. It was an 8. Not really sure what was wrong with the surface. Never really did figure that out, I don't think, but got that. And then I did a group sub in January in my shop, and a good friend of mine hit this in his return, and it was quad 9.5. And I was like, hey, would love a gem for my set. Would you sell it? And he's like, yeah, sure. And sure enough, I was able to pick it up off of him. So shout out to Brian for selling me that. And then you've got a pink ice gem, min gem, but still just excited to have a 9.5 for the part of the rainbow. And then this, kind of like similar to the silvers, ones I really debated selling. Like, you know what, maybe I'm going to sell this, kind of cash in on my 10, because this is just this is one of the more simple versions of the Lebron. It's probably one of the least hardest to hit in the entire rainbow. So I was like, yeah, I probably should cash in on this. Just never really got around to it. That was honestly what happened, and still got it. So I actually have a couple 10s. You obviously see those here, but then you got this is from Prism Choice, the blue and yellow, or blue, yellow, and green Lebron. Got 8.5 corners. I think this could honestly have a shot at like a PSA 10. I don't feel like this is that bad. I feel like it's centered pretty decent. So there's that. Then you got another one from Choice. Just another one I just really didn't agree with. 8.5. This is out of 88. This is the red. It's numbered 63 out of 88. Would love to see that with a gold bar right there. Probably my favorite one in the entire rainbow is this. I've talked about these from the start. This is the Prism Fanatics green. These are supposed to be short printed out of 100. 100 or less is the rumor. I haven't seen that confirmed, I don't think, but True Gem Plus with 3 9.5s and a 10 subgrade. So personally, one of my favorites. Then a 10 blue. I actually graded this myself. 3 10s and a 9.5 on centering. It's out of 199. Big fan of the LeBron 10 stuff. Then you've got a purple. Recently picked this up. If you follow my content, you've seen this. Min gem, but still, I got a good price in this. It's 28 to 75. I didn't think I think it would have cost me like $350 or $400 more to get a true gem. It was almost half as much money as I paid on this, and I was like, I don't feel like that makes a lot of sense. I'd take a min gem for that price difference. I didn't see that corners being a 9.5 as that big of a difference. So I decided to not get that. Then obviously the blue ice, really big fan. I know some people have been, this has been this was a big discussion when Prism came out. Do you like the dark blue or the light blue in Prism Ice? Personally, I like the dark blue better, but it's Prism, so Can't really complain. I think it's great regardless, but 29 of 99 right there. And then last but not least, you got two left here. You got this. You got the orange 10 LeBron. Just feel like this would be a great staple in the rainbow, especially since I'm not going to get the gold. Being able to have a 10 for one of the top, 5 or 6 low serial numbered LeBrons, I just thought that was a perfect way, because there's only 49 of these, so the pop can't be that high in terms of 10s. I think it's a pop 1 or 2 now, but with only 49 of them, you can't have more than 49 10s, and the chances of that happening are probably pretty slim. So I feel like this is gonna end up being a pretty low pop long term. So I'm a little torn on some of the 10 stuff. So last but not least, to finalize the LeBron PC video part 2, you got a LeBron Mojo 9.5 Min Gem, yes, but still, nonetheless, 25 of 25, which is always cool, last serial number. I know if you're into that eBay 101 type stuff, you'll find that cool. But first year Prism Mojo at a 25. I got this on Facebook for like $1,500, and I thought this was a pretty good one to have. And I had the opportunity to buy one at bids for like $1,600 and lost, and was like, man, I should have bought that. And then the very next day, this guy had it, and I was like, well, I couldn't buy that one, so I might as well buy this one, and it's 25 of 25. So being able to gem this was really cool. So I would be curious what you guys think on this. Is knowing, for those of you that have followed my content for the last couple months, you've obviously seen me pick these up, and a lot of these, not necessarily these two right here, or this one even, but a lot of these I was picking up at really, really, really good prices. Just curious what your thoughts are. Is now maybe the time to cash in on some LeBron stuff? Do you see it as a long-term hold? I'm just kind of curious what people think. I always like just hearing what other collectors think. Is now the time to move LeBron, right? Are we in a base card bubble? LeBron hasn't played basketball in, 60 days? And his stuff goes up every single day, and it's gone up quite a bit. And these cards have probably gone up 50 to 100% in the last month to 2 months. So just something like this, does that make sense to cash in? So I'd be curious what you guys' thoughts on that. These three as well, obviously. See if anybody has any opinions on those. Maybe trade them, get some new LeBron. Just curious what you guys think. So if you enjoyed it and would not mind doing me a favor, just hit the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. Lets other collectors know that this video is cool. So if you enjoyed 32 minutes of a LeBron James PC, I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy showing it to you guys. This stuff is fun. Being able to, collect what I like and collect some cool LeBron stuff. I enjoy doing that. So I will work on possibly doing some my Jordan collection. It's not nearly as cool, I promise. Or my Giannis collection. If you guys found this if you guys enjoyed this. So drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thumbs up if you can. But for now, guys, that's all I got. Peace.